What were computer gaming world's picks for the Game of the Year in 1998? Hi, I'm Nick, and this is Required Reading on Retro Games with Nick. This week, we are going over the April 1999 issue of Computer Gaming World. As you can see from the cover, first of all, there's a fantastic 1990s sexism, where putting some boobs on the cover clearly sold the magazine a lot better. We have some previews slash reviews for Vampire the Masquerade. Oh, I forgot about this game. Nocturne, which doesn't really ring a bell, and Werewolf the Apocalypse, same thing. It also looks like we have some Game of the Year awards this time. Last month, when we read the March 1999 issue, we made some picks for what we believed would be chosen by Computer Gaming World. So when we get there, I'll remind you what our picks are, and we'll see if we were correct. So what do we have? Okay, we start with a 3-page ad spread for Unreal Tournament. We have Descent 3, the Brood War expansion set. Man, at this time, Blizzard really knew how to make games, huh? They would hit Warcraft 2, Diablo, StarCraft, Diablo 2, and Warcraft 3, one after the other in a row, and culminating with World of Warcraft, really. And then you just went downhill. Diablo 3 really got into a good place eventually. Anything else, just man. Lens of Lore 3. This looks like a dungeon crawler of sorts. Did I add this to my list? Let's add it to the list. Well, actually, let me check first if the March 1999 lists, because I don't want to repeat stuff that we already saw. So Descent 3 we already had it, but Lands of Lore we did not. So let's put that on the list. April 1999 list. Add the Lands of Lore 3. What next? X-Wing Alliance. Again, not a fan of like flying simulators of any kind. It's cool, but not enough for me to be like, I want to check this out. Maybe if eventually we like run through the various Wing Commander games, we get more of an appreciation for the genre and where it went. But right now, I see a cockpit view and I'm like, snooze. All right. Ooh, some juicy previews here. Well, at least Planescape Torment. Oh, there's a really juicy one. Civilization Call to Power. This is, I think, an expansion to the original Civilization, but was not made by Firaxis, or what became Firaxis. Total Annihilation Kingdoms. Let's put it in the list. Kingdoms. That's one that I want to check out at some point. Still, oh, I guess it was already on the list last time, so we should remove it. But it's a good game, one that we'll definitely check out at some point. I'm thinking of sort of doing a sort of genre surveys here and there, or maybe this could also fit the hidden gems stream category. Kingpin, Life of Crime. Actual gameplay screens. Based on the revolutionary Quake 2 engine. Target specific body parts and actually see the damage done, including exit wounds. Even the odds by recruiting the gang members you want on your side. Too edgy. Commandos expansion, Beyond the Call of Duty. Wasn't great. At least it did not review well last number, I think. Talonsoft's Battle of Britain. Look out! Old Mac is back. Will Apple really reach the core with the new initiative? Let's see. What does this say? At Macworld, the field separated special effects from the test results. Steve Jobs was in charge. He did a keynote address. He did a nice show, as Apple and Steve Jobs have always been able to do. Advertising this G3. John Carmack shows up. A couple of games from PC adapted to it. In spite of Steve Jobs' impressive medicine show, I'm not going to buy the price of new Macintosh as my next gaming panacea. Unlike my sense on previous Macintoshes, I'm going to tell my friends to avoid them like London during the plague either. Finally, the Mac looks like a viable platform again. It's about time. It really wasn't. Like, I don't know how this model of the Macintosh did back in the day. Gaming wise, not great, that's for sure. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. I think this one's pretty good. I think this one is also pretty good. I should add Return to Grandor. Yes, Virginia, and can land successfully in Falcon 4.0. Mm-mm. See, this to me sounds. I don't know. This is gonna sound very hypocritical, but so fucking nerdy. Except for a few times I've been distracted by a phone call or surprise spousal shoulder rub, it's been literally years since I crashed an undamaged plane on landing. So imagine my dismay when I broke the landing gear off my F-16 on 7 of my first 8 landing attempts on Falcon 4.0. Luckily, I had a chance to talk to Microprose Gilman Louis before I trashed my squadron's entire allotment of F-16s. He shared the landing technique learned from 5th F-16 pilot Pete Benani. After a few touch and goes practicing this technique, only crashes have come when flying heavily damaged aircraft. So here's the official Gilman Benani landing course with a few tweaks by yours truly. Nerd! Like, Jesus. Yeah, this guy, I guess they were letting people just write their own column or something. I don't remember this from last week, but yeah. This guy, not on my vibe. TC. Harry Coleman. Playing Grim Fandango. Oh, some things to base graphic point and click adventures on. And Doctor Who would be nice, actually. Was there not a Doctor Who adventure game? Let me quickly check. Doctor Who video games. Today, it looks like they had some adventures back in the early days of what we cover. They had a game in 97. Well, it's CD-ROM. Catalog with a bunch of doctors, but the old doctors. Well, I guess the new doctor wasn't there yet, but it's mostly in the TARDIS. I think it's mostly just puzzles. Anthony Bear said the game was one of the most unplayable, unenjoyable games ever created. And then just complete lack of things until card game video game on the top Trump's card game. Made it an episodic adventure game? How does the gameplay work? This is actually interesting to me because I've been watching Doctor Who and oh, I should look into this. Not really, not really for the channel per se, but just for personally. Hmm. And there's just a bunch of like game. Doctor Who Evacuation Earth for Nintendo DS. These are all like very cheap cash ins kind of thing. Doctor Who The Eternity Clock. This looks interesting. There's also a bunch of VR games. Doctor and River Song. Oof. Oof. But that even the Pandorica couldn't fix the amount of technical issues present. Okay. Yeah, so no real Doctor Who video games, it looks like, at least not for a good long time. War game, business, me. Capture, collect, redeem, it's that simple. Interplay was really doing weird campaigns where it, like, released a bunch of its old games on CD-ROM for its 10th anniversary. Gives you thing for sending them UPCs. Letter. Talking about killer eggs. Hero Night ad. Mwah. Love that game. Review patch. Lord of Magic SE. Oh, this is the impression software themselves being by Minecraft. So it's a developer that's like, how dare you give us a bad review? Mhm. Core game system is the perfect place to focus my attention. Huh. So the reviewer responded, and then the editor still apologized? Kind of sort of apologized, being like, we still stand by it being a mediocre game, but this is a very, I mean, kudos for them for publishing this and not shying away from it, I guess, but jeez. Are you predator or prey? Clans coming soon. Oh, they have a CD with the demo for Alpha Centauri. A demo for SimCity 3000 for 1 year. Home Run Derby for Baseball 2000. First mission from Slave Zero. Oh, I remember it's the one with the like weird robot. This Drive 5. And then there's just like music making software. Third and first mission for the demo of Thief the Dark Project. And just a movie preview of a fighting game. This is a cute idea for how to advertise civilization. 1759. Vikings have up a fleet of supersonic jet armed with nuclear weapons. Alright, so let's look at the news. Drakan. Psygnosis. This game does not absolutely ring any bell for me. Did this game ever come out? Drakan, Order of the Flame. It's dungeon exploration, hack and slash, and aerial dogfights. Oh, it's actually surprisingly good. Oh, yeah, we're gonna add it to the list. We're gonna add it to the list. I'm down. Reviews. Reviews. Drakan. You know, again, some late 90s shit, like, you know, you take the role of a beautiful warrior girl. Gameplay is more along the lines of Heretic 2, which we still need to check out. Focus more on the fighting, whereas Tomb Raider is more puzzle oriented. Cool, cool. Always glad to discover a game that I never knew existed. I'm sorry, what? Oh, is it? Oh. Well, What are we looking at? What is this Womb Raider madness? Like, I get it's a parody, but it's just so. Why did Computer Gaming World publish this in the first place? And why did nobody, again, late 90s, I guess, but did nobody look at this and go like, hmm, not in the best taste. Unreal Tournament Classic. The Wheel of Time game. Ooh, yeah. This is mostly because I really love Wheel of Time. I think it's just like a fine FPS of sorts. I don't know. They're talking about a multiplayer kind of component, which doesn't sound fun. But, Flanker 2.0. No, I'm good. Onward, Abe's Exodus. Eh. Ooh, first tested of Voodoo 3. Even 3 effects ships are faster than the current leaders. The 2 performance leaders at the time were the Riva TNT and ATI's Rage 128. There was a suit about Ultima Online being buggy when it released. Oh man, the first annual GDC. Wow. Geez, it's been a hot minute, huh? Alright. What do we have here? Ooh, Daikatana's been delayed. Ooh. Developers address the program's AI's lack of Y2K compliance? What? Why does the AI care about Y2K? Oh, these are spoofs. Yeah, okay, these are spoof news. And the Flush Gaming. Okay. Oh, April Fools. That's why. That's why there's this garbage. Okay, that's fine. Euro Tycoon 2. NASCAR Revolution. Yeah, I'm good. Music and Mayhem. By Bethesda. Oh no, we saw the review last time. I think it was not good, right? Let me quickly check out, but I feel like Music and Mayhem was reviewed. Oh god, by type. No? Hmm. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I guess, yeah, no, what happened is that there was a Bethesda FPS. I don't know if it was a last issue or the previous month that reviewed poorly. Yeah, let's add this one. Let's add this one to the list. By the creators of XCOM, something tactical? Yeah, yeah. And it's an ampersand. Sierra Sports recalls Football Pro 99 money refunded to angry customers. Mm. Yum. The recall cost Sierra over $1 million. To fix the game for a re-release this summer. Top 10 best-selling games of 1998 based on units sold. StarCraft, Deer Hunter, Myst, Flight Sim, Deer Hunter 2, Titanic Adventure Out of Time. I guess, yeah, the movie was that. I guess that's smart. Lego Island, Diablo, Age of Empires, and Riven. So the two Myst games, two Blizzard games on there. That's impressive. Legacy of Kain, Solar Reaver. Yeah, we should put this on the list. Instead of checking for every game if it's on the March 1999 list, I'm just gonna add these right now and then check them afterwards to make sure that there's no duplicates. But Tomb Raider 3, yeah, that's a good one. I think it was probably already. Let's because it was a review I think last. Well, let's add it. Tomb Raider 3. You have complete control over units design. It's just not that impressive. Gangsters, I remember we added this one already. Thief review, classic. All right, yeah, this definitely goes on the list. This is another game that probably does not count as a hidden gem because it's not a hidden gem, but it's a game that I kind of want to just play on my own or channel or something because it's a very good game and I never really got to dig into it. The special thing about this game is that you can kind of beat it without doing any combat whatsoever if you're clever enough. I'm trying to read through. Charisma attribute. Get a party of up to 5 characters. Not simple rehashes. Talking or insulting skull. One might suggest that this talking skull is the equivalent of having the host of the You Don't Know Jack game show as your constant companion. Sure, the skull is occasionally useful, but it's definitely funny in a acerbic way. If you don't feel like Burke, whenever you want to do something wrong, he'll make you feel like the supreme alcove. In Life After Life and Death After Death, your amnesic character is continually defining his identity, his attributes, and his belief system. Okay. I really know very little about this game. I know it's one of the best role-playing games out there. One of those like you got to play this. But I know so little of it. And here they're explaining some things about the games that I actually don't particularly care to read, but yeah, no, that's great. Soulstar Unleashed. I live. I don't know what this is, and you're not selling me on it. Imperialism too? Eh. Hail Caesar! Caesar 3. Oh my god, I played so much of this game. This is before I had my PC gaming computer. My gaming computer. We just had a family Windows 98 machine. It did not run games great, and I played Caesar 3 so much, or more precisely, I played like the first 4 levels of Caesar 3 so much because I could never get freaking past the 4th level. So, yeah. Oh, Michigan Mayhem. I guess we can move it then from the ad to the preview section in our list. What is this about? You're a young wizard on your way to your uncle's lab. You find a map, you journey, take a journey yourself. Developing a character, finding spells, compendium of information, the grimoire, the sidebar. Contain the information your character needs to know. It's like a wizard's tome. When comment is necessary. It's depth of strategy. It's kind of like an RTS, but you can only summon limited creatures. Ability to cast spells comes from magical artifacts. It's hard to tell from these screenshots what the game plays like. Which in a way is very interesting, right? Because if you see a screenshot and it's like, oh, it's an RTS, you're just like, okay, well, I have a language for it, but I'm also in a way less drawn to it because it's an RTS, and if it's not an RTS that I know or remember, it's probably not that great, right? But this is like, okay, what does this even play as? Oh yeah, Requiem, Avenging Angel. Yeah, I'm good. Man of War 2. The thrilling days of fighting sail have been obscured by turn-based world minutiae. The original Man of War changed that with a near simulation aspect to the sea battles. So there's career mode, you're controlling your Man of War. When we get to the review, if there's like cool battles or something, that's maybe a thing. Myth 2. To Soulblighter. Seven Kingdoms already had on the list. Birth of the Federal. Oh, this looks. So this is like, yeah, this is a Star Trek based Master of Orion kind of game. I'm good. Midtown Madness. Room to roam on the mean streets of Chicago. Natives of Chicago will not just recognize certain landmarks, but treat a fairly accurate model of their hometown. I kind of want to check this out because we recently moved to Chicago, as I mentioned, somewhere else, maybe on my original channel. So yeah, Midtown Madness. This is like probably like a 5-minute game kind of thing, but I'm just curious to see what it looks like. this does not look good. Moving on. Septerra Core. Role-playing game. Monolith. So this is published by Monolith, developed by Valkyrie Studios. The gameplay is like other console RPGs. Console RPGs, it's funny they're already labeling them like this. Party management is similar to Baldur's Gate, 3 party members at a time. No random encounters. Okay. Yeah, let's put it on the list. I'm intrigued enough to put it on the list until we see that it's actually not a good game when they eventually review it. Soldier of Fortune, yeah. Soldier of Fortune is like a fantastic 90s game. Extremely ignorant. Just like you literally like fucking say hi to fucking Saddam Hussein in it. It's like it knows what it is and it does. It's basically the 90s version of Duke Nukem, but less about sex and more about violence. Soldier of Fortune. And it's made by Raven Software, so you know that it's like it's a good game. Swords and Sorcery. No, thank you. Let's wait for the review, but right now, yeah, thank you. Kingpin. Oh, this is the thing we saw the ad for. Release Q3. Oh, this is by the makers of Redneck Rampage, which is basically the Redneck Duke Nukem. This is like the Redneck Quake 2. Rayman 2! I wouldn't play it for PC, but man, Rayman 3 on Nintendo 64. Special place in my heart. Regular shooter, we're good. Racing and win a trip to E3, courtesy of Eidos Interactive and Ziff Davis. Ooh, preview Daikatana, Fighting Force 2, Omicron, Anachronox, Commandos 2, John Romero, and Lara Croft. No, you can't read Lara Croft because Lara Croft's not real. She's just not real. Alright, it is now time for the Game of the Year Awards. So, let's go and see. My predictions. Action Game of the Year, Half-Life. Adventure Game, Grim Fandango. RPG, Fallout 2. Driving, Grand Prix Legends. Strategy, StarCraft. Add-on, Age of Empires Rise of Rome. Let's see who actually won. Oh, also, maybe Game of the Year itself. I don't know if there was a separate category. If there's a separate category for it, I will give it to Half-Life. Half-Life wins Game of the... Wait. Dude, this is kind of spoiling. This is kind of spoiling what's out there with what won. Like, why would you put this ad here? Okay, Half-Life wins Game of the Year. No third-person cutscenes. Half-Life characters spoke directly to you, and you can interact with them. And I should play Half-Life. Best action game, Battlezone. Eh. You know, it feels like Half-Life should have won Best Action. Grim Fandango did win Best Adventure to a tie with Sanitarium. This, which is another game, by the way, that should go on our list. Game stuff. Sanitarium. So it's an old game, but Best RPG, Baldur's Gate. And runner-up was Might and Magic 6. Oh, okay. I thought Baldur's Gate... Oh, yeah, that one was not. It was just the original one. Oh, okay. I thought Fallout 2 would be more in there, but maybe it's just because people don't really talk about Baldur's Gate. They talk about Baldur's Gate 2, you know? Whereas for Fallout, you really don't get another one of those Fallouts. So Fallout 2 still is the standard for those kind of games. Simulation, I don't believe we had in our predictions. Strategy, StarCraft. Yep. Space Sim, we did not have. Sports, FIFA, we did not have. Best Driving, we missed it. The runner-up was the one that we picked, Grand Prix Legends. Oh, it's because it's very tough to play. Whereas Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit is a lot more fun. Best War, whatever. Best Classic, we don't know Jack the Ride, whatever. Best Hardware, we could not say. Oh, StarCraft Brood War actually won. But the runner-up being the one that we... No, actually, there was no runner-up. It was just that. Okay. Booster of the Year, Trespasser. Booster runner-ups, Dominion. Storm's initial release sailed like a lead balloon complete with overhype and effectual AI, 1995 era graphics, and a backstory so bad that it had us wondering why we even briefly stopped playing StarCraft for it. Alright, so, we got half them, you know? Of the 6 we picked, 3 of them were correct. Well, 2.5-ish. Half-Life won the Game of the Year, but not the action game, which is like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I understand that sometimes they try to separate the categories, but eh. But we got Half-Life as the Game of the Year, Grim Fandango for Adventure, and StarCraft for Strategy. Okay. The horror. Okay, there's more. Okay. Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. Analytic software startup from a bunch of LucasArts and Rogue Company people. Epic RPG, spanning 800 years in 2 continents. See, to my memory, this played kind of like a Diablo-ish. Redemption story began in 12th century Prague. 4 hubs and 2 acts. One to look at the technical stuff. Switch members with a click. Management, multiplayer capability. I still don't understand how you're supposed to play the game. Yeah, to my memory, this was Diablo-ish. Heretic 2, Resident Evil 2 Platinum. Yeah, I would not want to play Resident Evil 2 on PC, to be honest. Werewolves the Apocalypse, Heart of the Gaia. Is the last game also based on White Wolf Publishing? No, it's just a coincidence then that 2 out of the 3 games were based on White Wolf Publishing rule sets and stuff. Rules are complicated, whatever. Unreal Engine, Taking a Prisoner, action RPG. I feel like this game probably did not do well. Mid game, whatever. Weapons play a crucial role. Shooter with melee combat. Let me Google this. Werewolf the Apocalypse. No, okay, this is I want the video game. Oh, well, that's why. Yeah, they just started releasing these. Cancel games. Werewolf the Apocalypse, yeah. Wait, no, it was this one. Built by Dreamforge. Announced September, delayed multiple times until the publisher shut down in January 2000. Damn. What did they do? Did they do anything? They did this one, I think. This is one of those gold box games kind of thing. Yeah, like they did Sanitarium, and they did like a fantastic game in that. And then they just shut down because of this werewolf game. Well, that's a bummer. I mean, again, the fact that I'd never heard of this one didn't say good things about it. There's always the off chance that I've never heard of something and it's a very good game and I just, never happened to hear it because it's a hidden gem. But generally speaking, yeah. Game of the year. Over 12 Game of the Year awards. Today they would probably get like 300 or something just because there's so many more outlets and like, they would count indie outlets or something. Might and Magic 6 was nominated. This is Might and Magic 7, though, right? Yeah, I should look into the Might and Magic games. They're a little too dungeon crawly for me, I think. But let's add it. Why not? And magic 7 for blood and honor on Nocturne. Nocturne fast. The Roosevelt created a ghost hunting group called the Spook House. Okay. Drakan's weapons. So it looks like it's third person. This seems like a survival horror type of game. Is it dazzling? Like they say, graphically Nocturne is simply dazzling, and I just look at this and I'm just like, is it? I guess for 1998 standards, if you think about what Half-Life even looked like back then, maybe, but what about this one? Nocturne video game. The survival horror made by Terminal Reality. Decent. Could be better, could be worse. Computer Gaming World will not like it. You must draw his weapon, aim, evade, and then fire with separate controls. And okay. And just for Windows. Okay. No, no, you know what? Let's pop it. Let's pop it. Why not? Take this down. Okay, so this is Nocturne. Like again, the purpose of this is to discover games that I've never heard of, and to put games that I know in more like of a perspective. Yeah, this doesn't count as an night because the game's not out yet. Pentium 3. Basic tests. Talking about 3D lingo. Again, I don't know enough about hardware to really say anything smart or understand anything smart about reading the 3D hardware section, so. Marks. Something completely stopped. Odium. Coming soon. Alright, time for the reviews. Next. This is Abe's Exodus. Which, again, I forgot I would not play on PC. To me, this is more of a PlayStation game. So we're gonna skip this one. Yeah, you know, it's even been previewed by a guy that works at by the previous editor of GameSpot. It's like, come on. This is Rainbow Six expansion. Which I'm not really into. Six. Ooh, Erathia. Heroes of Math and Magic 3. Oh, this is Rogue Squadron 3D. Nocturne is an action arcade game. Third-person action. Means power up. Requires a 3D card and it shows. Stem from its Nintendo 64 heritage. Ooh, bashing the Nintendo 64. Okay. So not a good PC game. You really just want the Nintendo 64 version for that one too. Main Street, USA. This is for Carmageddon too. Yeah, I don't need the attitude from it. That's from Baldur's Gate. I guess yeah, this is the end from Baldur's Gate itself, and Tales of the Sword Coast is coming soon. Burnt out on the standard RPG? Perhaps an innovative fusion of action, strategy, and role playing. Rage of Mages 2 Necromancer. Fuck it. I'm down. Okay, so Rage of Mages 2. Okay, what's next? This looks like Fire Team. It's called. Online only game. Okay, moving on. Just can't do it anymore. These are short ones. Mega Man X4? Yeah, no. Why would you play it on PC? Mm-mm. What's the point of releasing a game now with graphics circa 1989? PC gamers not ready for platformers at this time. Uprising 2 Lead and Destroy. Hover tanks. No, thank you. They had to pick the panty shot for the Street Fighter Alpha 2, you know? What else? Glover. Godzilla Online. Just bad games all around. Homeworld. This one's a good one. I am gonna add it to the list, though I think it's already on it. Uh, Star Siege Tribes. Multiplayer action. Is this a multiplayer only game again? No single player practice mode. Yeah, okay, moving on. Global Domination. Like a missile aiming kind of thing. Yeah. Falcon 4.0. Snooze. Like, I'm sure if you're into flying sims, fantastic, but no. Same. Baldur's Gate. Was it nominated for what? I am really confused at Computer Gaming World's relationship between its game of the years and the games that they're reviewing. Like, how can you be reviewing now in April 1999 a game that came out in 1998, right? Because that's when the original Baldur's Gate came out. Yeah, it came out in 98. December 1998, to be fair. 4 days before Christmas. But still, like, how can they be reviewing it now if it was already nominated for Game of the Year? Like, what is that based on? Full range of 80 races and classes, and multi-class characters for non-humans. Program automatically saves your current position before sending you off. Restoring a name done at any time. Pause to change things. I get it. It's really stop and go field, right? You pause, give actions to people, let the rolls happen, pause again. I guess maybe this is just a Scorpia review. Maybe Baldur's Gate had been reviewed by somebody else before. Oh man, they had Lanceport back at the time too, huh? Yeah, because I've only known Baldur's Gate as a single player, like any kind of really D&D game on computer as a single player game. Just because I never really messed with any online at any level. Huh. Never really seen such low numbers come up consistently in combat after combat. Lots of misses. Movement AI needs lots of work. Make sure you get the patch. King's Quest 8, The Mask of Eternity. King's Quest 5 seems to be the standard game in the series. Ooh, they added combat. Fully 3D rendered. Huge effect on puzzle design. Standard kind of puzzles. Point and click and some hotkeys or potions. You get experience and you level up and it's okay. Hmm. So, yeah, it's ultimately a good game. It's kind of weird they introduced combat and stuff, but I guess that's the way that things were going. Return to Krondor. Oh, I guess Return to Crowner is the sequel of a game that was really appreciated. Trail at Crondor, which was a gold box game. Okay. Okay. Um, the story fears larger and finished. The boss too stretched. Winter management is too tedious. Best part is the combat. Attack, protect. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, big at the time, clearly. Underdeveloped. Unfinished in terms of story, far too linear. Quest for Glory 5, Dragonfire. I think in the previous issue, Scorpia sold us on Quest for Glory. Could have been Quest for Glory 4. It took 5 years to get a Quest for Glory 5. Quest for Glory. Do we have a timeline? Space. Guess I just need to look at both of these. Yeah, this one came out in like 93 to 94, so Scorpio would have been talking about it and reviewing it. Quest for Glory 5 came out in 8. Quests, smaller ones that give you new dialogue. Graphics are no up to par. No 3D acceleration on the hero. Humor is still good. Each class has a few extra abilities. No epilogue. But pretty good. Guess we can add it to the list. We've been already digging around Quest for Glory because of the 1994 issue, so it's funny. Quest for Glory 5. Yeah, I look at these screenshots and I'm just like, I don't particularly care for Man of War 2. Motorbike Racer, whatever. Test Ref 5, whatever. Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. No, thank you. Slide. Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Ooh. I had no idea that this game was that good. Oh, okay. It's Alpha Centauri. Ooh, very detailed manual with 250 pages. Damn. Well thought out tutorial. Okay, no glitches or bugs. The screenshots don't really sell it to me. Like, maybe it's because of the alien world, but I have a hard time understanding what I'm looking at here. But if they say it's good, it's good. Oh, and here's Myth 2, which can just also move from the ad section, the there we go. Ad section to the review section. Tactical game set in an illustrative rendered world. Movable objects, sieges, escort missions. Graphics are a bit of a turnoff, to be perfectly honest. StarCraft Brood War, I mean, you know, it's fucking StarCraft Brood War. What else is there to say? Kind of like the perfect RTS. But yeah, so Myth 2 is a game made by Bungie, out of all things, right? Where is it? Publisher Bungie. I guess published by Bungie. Who made Myth 2? Developed by Bungie, yep. Oh, Gangster. Oh, Gangster is not great, home. Too much simulation. Interface is very hard to use. Organized crime simulation. Full-fledged simulation of the SimCity vein. Okay. Settlers 3. The Settlers series is very popular in Europe, but appeal. Dedicated fans of the first two Settlers game. Severe copy protection difficulties for some users. Okay. Yeah, no, this is interesting. Ooh, strategy. Strategy section. Half-Life. How to maximize every advantage. You gotta take this big baby down. Strategies for World War II rookie pilots. Or Railroad Tycoon 2. Oh yeah, no. I guess last time was there. The margin call Spiral of Doom. What's your purchasing power? Buy stock a little at a time, not all at once. What is the margin call Spiral of Doom? Your purchasing power goes negative. The broker calls in your loan. You're heavily margined, having bought a large amount of stock with credit. Sell some stock to try and dig yourself out, but selling stock deflates the price of the stock. So you will have reduced your purchasing power, which means you sell more stock, etc. Ooh, Baldur's Gate tips. Everyone should have Dexterity of 18 if possible, because it improves your armor class. I would try to have 17 or 18 con. High strength is good for clerics because they can wear heavy armor. Done multi-class playing solo. Multi-classing not really worth it, as is the case in, for example, Baldur's Gate 3. So the Baldur's Gate, the original one, and the second one run by the original AD&D first edition rules. And so Iman should be a thief, lockpicking. Jair and Khalid, good for the long term. You can also depetrify a cleric. Character is not a mage. You want to pick up the spellcaster you find at the mines. Here's a fighter. Oh, you can just put people back in sort of a reserve party. They will just leave you, period, huh? The set piece, you have one more opponent waiting for you. Sneak up on them. Spellcaster are the toughest opponents. Silence is good. Still true. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna skip this because this sounds so cringy already. And that's the end of it. Yeah, solid issue. Baffled by the game of the year setup that they have. I don't understand. I don't understand how some games can win game of the year but not have been reviewed. I agree with probably most of their choices for the year 1998. That said, it was nice seeing a couple of games. One that I did not know, Nocturne. Another one that looked kind of interesting but never came out, and then Vampire the Masquerade Redemption was cool. In reviews, you see anything good in reviews? Yeah, Baldur's Gate is it's a great game. It exists. King's Quest maybe a little disappointing, all things considered. Alpha Centauri is interesting, and Myth too. So some good reviews, some good games that we discovered that we're interested in checking out at some point. Yeah, solid month. Next week we'll be looking at the April 2004 issue, which I'm really excited about because 2004 is when I was, like I said in the last episode for that year, that's when I was into PC gaming, and so I'm sure that plenty of memories are going to come flooding back when I see those games. In any case, thank you for watching. This was Required Reading here on Retro Games with Nick. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you've enjoyed this video. If there's other magazine brands you'd like me to start checking out, They have to be available somewhere on the internet for me to be able to, download the PDF and comment over it. Next, make sure to also check out the youtube.com/adgameswithnick account, where the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough is currently going live. And come and follow me on Twitch. I stream typically Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays is the modern game, Final Fantasy 13 at the moment. Thursdays is an older game, currently playing through Silver, 1999 on there as part of the Hidden Gems branding. So make sure to come and check that out. Thank you for watching. This is Nick signing off, saying let's keep retro playing together.